Hello everyone and welcome back to our monthly Winner Box tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's part of our invitationals. My name is Mick, I'm your host for today. And we're watching the game between Jeremy and Jason. Jeremy Ma and Jason Low, two no strangers to competitive play. Speaking of which, today is actually competitive REL. So there was a lot of judge calls early on about the sideboarding and letting priority pass and stuff like that. So players have to make sure that they are up on their game and make sure that they are playing well. Okay. If you're starting to get into competitive play, my advice, plan out your turn. Plan out your turn when it's not your turn. So make sure that you think through your turn.
Yep. So we kick things off with a double mulligan. It's always nice to see.
Oh yeah. At the booth with me is Wilfred Lau. Yeah, Wilfred the Lantern Lau.
I'm not sure I appreciate that moniker.
Wilfred Green Lantern. No, not Green Lantern. What color? Silver. I don't know. Brown lantern lah.
I suppose.
Lanterns are different.
Yeah. But I don't think there is a brown lantern in the current DCU though.
No, there isn't. That's the whole point.
I mean, there's like pink and red and yellow.
So there's
yellow. They're for sure.
So yeah, yellow, green, red, blue, indigo, pink. Sapphire lantern.
Yes.
And red lanterns or orange lanterns.
Yeah, orange lanterns.
Yeah, orange lanterns
what
is
do they
about
do?
like
give you
green.
more vitamin C.
No. I wish. But no, it's about greed and greed. Yeah, and there's only because it's all about greed, right? There's only one orange lantern.
Okay.
That's
of course.
The thing. So, but the orange lantern core, this one's cool. The orange lantern core is made out of light constructs of all the other people that he has killed. So I forget what's the guy's name.
Okay. So he must be pretty powerful then.
Yeah, he's really powerful.
Okay, so getting back to the game, so
it's black red aggro looks like versus maybe Teamer energy.
Well, red green, so that's probably Teamer energy. Jason is on mono basic lands, so it's a pretty good starter deck mana base as far as I can see. Yeah. Meanwhile, Jason leads off with Canyon Slow, and I believe that's Dragon Skull Summit and another Canyon Slow. So Jeremy with a little bit of a slow start here. Seems like he really needed that Kenra to survive. Cause
doesn't the Canyon Slow let you untap the Dragon Skull Summit? Oh no, but yeah.
Yeah, the Canyon Slow itself is
it's kind of slow.
Yeah, it comes with tapped itself. So Jeremy just does have the Doomfall for the Bristling Hydra. So that's pretty good for him. Jason Low makes his 5th land drop and plays a Glorybringer.
This is maybe not red-black aggro, maybe red-black control or red-black mid-range, but playing like Earthshaker Kenra, kind of, I'm pretty sure this has to be like red-black aggro.
It has to be somewhat aggro. I mean, his hand is also, that looks like a shock, as well as another
Kenra. What's that black card?
And some other cards I can't see.
Is there a Gonti? Well, there's a Glorybringer in it.
Yeah, so it's probably a little bit more mid-rangey, not maybe full-out aggro as we are used to seeing from the red decks.
Yeah. Alright, so shock in response to the draw. Or shock after the draw. Here we go. Okay, Torment of Strength. What? What?
So Jeremy digs deep into his uncommon box for this tournament.
Yeah, this is Jeremy.
Yep. So he's looking to play a more grindy game. His hand does have like Eternalized Creatures and Pia Nala. So these are all very resilient traits, all suited to play the mid-range game.
Yeah. Alright, so Jason here with a grip full of cards, which is great. Next turn hopefully we'll be able to resolve Will of Virtuoso, which he can just, sacrifice creatures from the top the token, so which makes the Torment of Scarabs not that great. But here we go. Okay, so probably gonna kill the Will of Virtuoso here. But how many?
Yep. So what Jason can do is I think he does have enough to just make 4 Thopters and knock the Glorybringer down.
Oh yeah, okay, so he does that. But that Torment of Scarab is still on the battlefield. So
so I don't think he's gonna feel it right now because he can still choose to pay life at the moment.
I think he's still got one Topter remaining,
Yeah.
which is using a NGO Final Fantasy card to represent. It's not a 1000 creature, but whatever. Alright, so Chandra here gets get a bit more card advantage. Gonna shoot his opponent down to 14 and then beat.
So Long Toss Cup is the follow-up as well. Such a shame he paid all the energy already, but he probably had to.
Yeah, I think if you wanted to get a bit of that advantage, you should be using your energy
Yep.
efficiently. And what better way, like 3 energy for a 1/1 flyer? Why not, right?
Oh yeah. Well, unfortunately, Jeremy's hand is a little bit strange at the moment because he's got Pia Nala, Karizev, and the camera that he's now played out.
Yeah.
So it's a bit weird because it's just like he drew all his cards in the wrong order.
He drew all the removal. Like,
Yeah.
well, it became a control deck right at the beginning, and now it's becoming a very small aggro deck, especially when your opponent has like really big creatures. You're facing down really big creatures on the other side of the.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Planeswalker as well.
Yeah. Brings Chandra down to 3, which now is up to 4, and gonna trade off with the Long Tusk Cup.
Yep. So I think Jeremy right here is probably looking for a land just so he can pressure the Chandra a little bit. So he finds Ramming Up Ruins.
Oh no. Okay, that's not land. Yes.
It's land, yes,
It's
and
land,
he'll bring
yeah.
back the camera, so it's not completely useless. So I mean, what he probably can do here is reanimate the Kenra and make it such that the Thopter can't block. So either way, he's forced to either trade off the servant or lose the Chandra.
Yeah. I definitely think you try to block the Chandra.
Yeah, I mean, you have to pressure the Chandra no matter what, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Jeremy takes the alternate
oh.
path. I don't agree with that, but
Yeah,
we'll
I
see
know.
how it works out. It's possible that the mana is just not that valuable, but
No, but
he's
doesn't
at 7 and the 2/2 is important as well.
This turn.
Yeah.
I don't like attacking with the second with the other camera as well because the Chandra's still going to survive, and if you had killed if you had targeted the Topter. If you had targeted the Topter with the camera's ability, he would have gone down to 1 this turn.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's up to debate whether he should be attacking with the smaller
With the
camera or
smaller
not.
camera, yeah, because you can just block with the smaller camera, trade off one of your creatures, except for the Topter token.
Yeah.
Topter token gets in anyway. And then next turn, bring back the camera, and whatever blockers there were, you can get rid of the Chandra.
Yeah, so I think you can probably bet on the fact that Jeremy's probably boarding out the Torment of Scarabs now.
I think not as effective. I just think maybe not the most effective against World of Virtual. So
I mean, the thing is that it comes on with 4 mana, and I think the games generally don't and end a little bit faster than that, because Torment of Scarabs is the kind of card that needs maybe 4 to 5 turns to be effective. Of course, if Jeremy had an aggressive start, he's probably he would be pressuring the life total and would consequently be pressuring Jason's board.
So yeah, but
unfortunately that didn't work out so well.
That's the thing. Like, we haven't established that Jeremy's deck is really the aggro rush deck, but it does have elements in it that I think it's mid rangey. It's like black red mid rangey. We haven't seen any of the artifacts which turns on unlicensed disintegration yet, unless there are no artifacts that turn on unlicensed disintegration.
It's also possible that he is aggro because even though he plays kind of like a mid-range deck, his creatures are very aggressively statted, which means that they are meant to go into combat. They're not really meant to gain value the same way Long Tusk Cup or the same way Servant of the Conduit does.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to game 2. If you just joined us, that was pretty fast. If you just joined us, you're watching our monthly Winner Box tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's part of our Road to the Invitationals. If you want to find out more about the Invitationals, just head on down to greyogregames.com. There's still time to compete. Have you gotten your 30 qualification points?
I do not think so. I don't play as much as I should.
Okay, you don't want to take part in the Invitationals?
It's standard.
It's standard. I don't want to play. Well, you took part in the last one, right? The last one was modern. Did you play it for that one?
No, I didn't qualify actually.
You didn't qualify.
Yeah, I missed it. I missed it by like 5 points and overslept for the last tournament.
Oh, what the hell! It's easy. It's so easy. I don't. Yeah, I think I'm qualified already.
Yeah, I mean,
but I don't-
sleeping
I
is
don't get
easy.
to-
Waking up is hard.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So now Jeremy's going first. It looks like he probably has a keeper. I see at least a Remnant Ruins in hand for him.
yeah, Jason.
Well, no, he's not.
Okay. Jason's hand looks pretty good. 3 lands and the rest of it is spells. One of them is a removal spell, so going to be very useful against what Jeremy is trying to do, especially since his creatures are generally bigger than Jeremy's creatures. But he needs those 2 drops. I think Lotus Scout would be excellent. He does have the 2 drops. He does have 7 on the Conduit, which can lead into
a turn 3 Bristling Hydra, because
Yeah.
I think he also has that in hand.
Yeah.
So Jeremy scries and puts it to the bottom. So not looking too great for him right now. He opens with a basic Swamp. He does have a Kenra in hand. So he does have a 2-drop to kick things off. We'll
Alright,
see
so
if
Dragon Scouts,
he can get the land to kind of play untapped. Yes, he can.
And doing the aggressive start. I think basically what his deck wants to do is like aggro mid-rangey-ish. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
So
very
we'll see
hard
if
to-
Jeremy does have the... Well, he drew a Chandra, which is pretty good.
Which- yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think he has the removal spell for the Servant right now. So yes,
Whoa.
what?
Okay, so
Oh.
forget removal spell.
So much for aggressively costed 2 draws.
Yeah, exactly. So much for removal spell. Let's see.
So is he just going to slam the Chandra here and hope to set up a chump block with the Kenra?
Alright, so Torment of Scarabs, and he's just going to pass the turn.
yeah.
I think,
So Jason's probably going to take the 3. I don't think the Guardian is enough to pressure Jason's life total. Yeah, Jason
wow,
goes to
okay,
discard
so
a
he
card
just
instead.
discards a card. And here finding his quote-unquote 4th land.
Yeah, I mean the question here is whether he wants to play or not. It's probably he just keeps it to discard and gain some energy in the process. Because now it depends on whether he has any 4 drops he wants to play or not.
Okay, so he does play the land and gets in with the Hydra.
So Jeremy here chooses to take the damage.
Oh, okay, so going to hit Jeremy down to 5. Oh, a second Bristling Hydra. It's quite impressive.
Yep, so unfortunately the 0-4 stats on the Guardian matches up really badly against
Bristling Hydras.
which
Wow,
which
really.
is 4-3 even without any help.
I think
So
generally
that's a little bit tough. So
Sword Point Diplomacy here. That's an interesting card to play. Honestly speaking.
yeah. I mean, for old school Magic players, there's a card called Browbeat, which is kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of giving your opponents choices in exchange for life. So that's all very interesting. You think it's possible that Jeremy is also playing Torment of Hailfire?
I have a feeling, yeah. Since you're playing Torment or Scarabs,
Yep.
why not play the other Torment, right?
Yeah, I think it's Torment or Torrent. I can't remember which.
Torment of
uh,
Hellfire. They're all the Torments.
Yeah, so
Torment
I
of
think
Venom.
Jason is thinking about throwing the Servant away. No, but he chooses to take the damage instead.
Yeah. Oh no, okay, no. He drops what do you call it?
Glorybringer?
No, not Glorybringer. He discards the Harness Lightning.
Oh, but he did play a Glorybringer.
Yeah, he did play a Glorybringer. I think the Glorybringer is going to exert, maybe? No, it doesn't exert, just puts it out there. Gonna do 4 points of damage in the air.
Yep. So unfortunately for Jeremy, the Guardian actually has no deserts to activate off.
Yeah, this is a strange man. No, the Ramunap Ruins just drew.
Yeah,
Which means
yeah.
that now the Guardian's active.
Yeah, so unfortunately it might be a little bit late for that because Jason has this bot. It's possible that Jeremy is actually playing some sort of like Bontu's Last Reckoning or something like that in his deck. They'll let him get back into this game.
Alright, so Chandra here. Probably going to get rid of one of the Hydras.
Yeah, probably priced into it as well. Unfortunately the Glorybringer is there to shoot it down next turn. So it's possible that he does shoot down the Glorybringer instead.
No, but the Hydras can't block. I mean, like, he can't block anyway. Can he? Oh, okay, he can. Alright.
Yeah, so I mean, if Jason wants to kill the Chandra, now he's forced to send everything into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I feel like that might not be the path he's going to take.
He's
Just
just gonna go
because,
for straight-
just
straight
because
for
he's pressured
finish, right?
Jeremy's life total so much already.
Yeah, the Chandra is not the same.
Yeah, and,
wow,
you know,
top
and-
deck top deck Glorybringer.
I'm not sure if he top decked the Glorybringer or the land, but either way, really good draws from Jason. All just because Jeremy couldn't kill a Servant of the Conduit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Servant of Conduit MVP, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, mana producing creature has been the hallmark of Magic forever, and they've always been good whenever it's been available.
Yeah.
I mean, think of RTR standard, Elvish Mystic was the best card ever. Birds of Paradise was a $20 card at one point.
Oh man.
Finhorn Elves, Lanoa Elves.
You cannot, ever since Pilgrim. Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, every single mana creature, that costs 1 or 2 mana has seen play. Unfortunately, Jeremy draws
Bontu's Last Reckoning.
Bontu's Last Reckoning. So let's see if we can just grind Jason out here.
Wow, Vola Virtuoso here gonna give.
Well, it's just
Jason
1 token, so maybe it's not too bad.
Mhm.
So Jeremy is forced to skip an untapped step here. So he reveals a Harsh Mentor, and he's actually faced a pretty interesting decision here,
You
right?
can just cast a Harsh Mentor and.
Yep. So because Jason has declined to use the ability in response to the activation, if he casts a Harsh Mentor now and Jason
No,
wants-
you can respond to
also
the
the spell,
casting.
the creature does go on the stack anyway.
Correct, the creature goes on the stack when you cast a spell. So it's not like Jason's going to be taking an extra 2 points of damage, and the Torment of Scarabs is it's still a 3-turn clock. So he's getting ready for that.
Yeah.
He's just going to push you 2 points to the face. And
Yeah.
Army Eternal here, it's a great draw.
It is a great draw. So now Jason's faced with he's probably going to take 3 in this spot, I think. Just so.
I don't know. No, he can just swing in with the Thopter.
Yeah, but then what do you swing into?
Oh, good point.
Yeah, so I mean he's thinking about what to do about the Torment of Scarabs anyway, because he has no cards in hand, so he has to throw the Topter or the Virtuoso away.
Alright, so Thopter goes down, and Glorybringer here going to. Wow.
Wait, is that
okay.
lethal?
Yeah, that was lethal. So he
Well,
cast
he-
the Glorybringer.
Oh, right,
and
Jeremy's
Army
at 6,
Eternal gets
yeah.
a -1.
Yeah,
So,
so
wow.
Jason drew 3 Glorybringers. I think that's a pretty good way to win the game.
Yeah, this is it's equivalent to having 3 Eversins.
I mean,
back
3
in
Eversons,
the
3 Thundermaw Hellkites.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not cool, man. Not cool. Hard to win a game, like
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, it's a pretty hard loss to stomach for Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not wrong, he was sandbagging the Bontu's Last Reckoning, so good on him for that.
Yeah. That was bringing it down to the wire, and I think that was great because Jason. I won't say Jason overcommitted, but he needed those creatures to make sure that he can get rid of Jeremy's board, and he can make sure
Yeah,
that
I
he can
mean,
win
the
the
only
game.
player I potentially disagree with was not casting the Harsh Mentor, but as it turns out, Jeremy only had one play that turn anyway, either way, so
Yeah, so it's either the Army Eternal or the
Harsh Mentor.
And I think the Army Eternal.
I mean,
slightly better,
it turned out not to matter, so
Yeah. All right, we're going to go for a break. It's half an hour to the next round. We're still going to have one more round after this, and then we're going to have the top 8 playoffs. Hopefully, the top 8 playoffs. If you just joined us, you're at the end, or you just joined us at the end of round 5. I'll put you on a replay in between the rounds, but yeah, you can join us on the stream every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. I know today we're supposed to have Modern, but we're not going to have the Modern, so it's okay. And what else? Right, you can watch the replays, youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games. You can catch or you can find out more about the invitationals, greyogregames.com, and you can listen to the podcast that myself and Alfian will produce every week, power9podcast.com. All right, we're going to go for a short break. We'll be right back. See you guys.